his second basket.
And if Fresno State gets down in a ball game, they tend to, their shot selection goes out the window sometimes.
Not bashful at all. Fournier, can he get it? No, they blew the whistle first. Wipe the basket out. David Fournier will not get the basket. Foul underneath against the Bulldogs. Let's get another look at it.
Rashawn Smith, number 0, away from the ball, and you can't see it from this angle. Get to the right side of your screen. They called it on Rashawn Smith, his second personal, 15th foul against UNLV.
There you get a look at Smith against the guilty party. Brown trying to go back door, does so, and they go flying by Culbertson. And then Morgan has to run the loose ball down. Here's Carroll. Nevada down by 5. Now they're up by 3.
Well, Culbertson open back door again. He just lost the handle on it. Thank goodness Dave Morgan there to pick up the loose ball for Nevada.
Wasn't that long ago. It was 24-19. And tied at 26. And now you know the difference. That's 3 points. The entry pass will go off the Fresno Bulldogs' hand, and Nevada's on a run. Pat Foster encouraged. You saw the disgruntled look on Dominic Young's face as he was coming down the floor. Get another look at it.
Things are just falling off the cart right now for Fresno State. Playing loose right now, and turnovers are killing them.
There you get a look at the trays. Nevada's outscored the Bulldogs 10-4 in the last 4 minutes. Make it 13-4 by the help of Jimmy Carroll.
Jimmy couldn't find a shot earlier, and now they're coming to him.
Nevada's biggest lead. Tarkanian wants a 20-second timeout. A big appreciation by the Nevada crowd up and to the right behind us. They're on their feet clapping. Everybody else sitting and impatiently wondering why the Bulldogs aren't doing more defensively.
People here a little stunned, I think. Fresno State came in as a 9-point favorite in the overseas book. Now they trail by 6, and this is just what Nevada wants to do right now, try to get that lead and maybe have the FSU press a little bit.
Look at Jimmy Carroll. He's thrilled about the fact that he's dumped in a couple trays and has 8 points.
Him and Kendrick Brooks going at it right now.
The 20-second timeout, just what the Wolfpack needed. A little bit of a blow, although in the last 4 minutes and 15 seconds, they have outscored Fresno 13-4. And you look at the crowd, and still, some of them have a smile on their face, but the others are wondering, is our perfect home record this year of 13-0 in jeopardy? That's what we're talking about. Outscored them in the last 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Let's see what Fresno State does here, how they respond now, down by 6. Let's see what their shot selection does.
Nevada's in the zone. Dominic Young can't buy one tonight. He's 0 for 3, and Richard Brown comes away with it. Bad pass by Carroll. It was behind hand. What a great move by Brooks. Brooks in double digits.
Wow, that was a big league move by Brooks. You will see a finer move as they tried to take the outside away from him. He made the adjustment at the last second and made the bucket.
With that one basket, the crowd trying to get back in it, and another bad pass by Carroll. Jimmy Carroll's made 2 horrendous passes. And a foul reaching on Culbertson. That will be his 3rd. Culbertson unhappy with it, but when you reach in like that, it's almost obvious. Watch this.
Well, and Jimmy Carroll just threw it behind Fair hand. It was open going on the inside, so that was one bad pass. Then here's another bad pass by Jimmy Carroll, who just throws it right to Rashawn Smith. And Jimmy Carroll having all kinds of trouble against this pressure.
Carroll stays in. Tim Barnett comes in, and Robertson, who was just fouled, you get a look at Jimmy thinking about what he has just done. Robertson at the line will get the bonus. Well, that's taking fandom to a new level.
Robertson actually led the nation in three-point field goal percentage earlier this year until he had a stress fracture in his left foot and it sidelined him for a time. So Robertson, an excellent shooter.
And Fresno doing a whale of a job at the free throw line. They have only missed one so far tonight. And this year, on average, they're not that good a free throw shooting team, but they have done it tonight. Jimmy Carroll behind the line. And here come the Dogs. A long rebound picked up by Robertson, and a charge. They'll go the other way.
Steve Wilson making the unpopular call. Dave Morgan taking the charge.
So the crowd will heat up during the timeout. We will take it. 32 for Nevada leads by 2.
What a tense game. I wonder what Tark is thinking.
Wow, what stress. I'm glad I've got a Simmons Beauty Rest at home from Gotcha.
Tark's right. The best cure for a stressful day is a good night's sleep. Gotcha is looking forward to FSU Bulldog victories at the NIT Championship. So all Simmons Beauty Rest styles and sizes are now 10% off. Plus, get 12 months interest-free. So relax and sleep right with Simmons Beauty Rest. Now 10% off at Gotcha.
Tell them Tark sent you.
My company had a problem. We needed more productive copiers from a dealer we could count on. Everyone recommended Sharp and Select Business System. Their sales rep was different. He listened, then customized a winning game plan, including award-winning Sharp copiers, guaranteed dealer service, and flexible acquisition options. With Sharp copiers from Select Business System, we're more productive, and we've lowered operating costs. Best decision we ever made. Select Business System and Sharp copiers.
More good news from local attorney John Michael Smith.
I feel attorney's fees should be fair and reasonable. For this reason, I have lowered my attorney's fees on auto accident claims to 15%. 15% is half that charged by some attorneys. My wife, Marianne, and I understand what you are going through.
Call to meet with John at no cost, and we'll do everything we can to help you.
Call attorney John Michael Smith for quality legal help on your auto accident.
Well, March 24th are the Academy Awards, and here's one of our nominations. Jimmy Carroll makes contact, but is it significant?
Watch Jimmy Carroll's right hip. Does he get it into Kendrick Brooks?
Or is Brooks
right
trying to
there.
draw the award?
Jimmy Carroll's right hip. Did he get it into him? It was after the three-point shot. No call was made. So the refs here didn't think it was a foul.
Well, rebounding is dead even at 13. Nevada's made 3 of 8 three-point attempts. Fresno has made 3 of 11. The guard scoring now in favor of the Wolfpack. Nevada has 15 points in the backcourt. Fresno has a dozen. Crowd still stirring about that foul call as Fresno putting their zone trapping organization. They're in a 1-2-2, and it pays off. Robertson with a steal in the basket. He's come off the bench to get 9 points.
Well, the thing you can't do against a zone trap is make a lob pass like that. You got to be more demonstrative when you throw the ball around the perimeter.
It's one of the problems Nevada's having tonight. Their passes are soft. They're not crisp. Hand, right baseline. Morgan. David Morgan has his first basket. Chris Herron has been a non-factor so far.
Talk about a non-factor. Dave Morgan only had 11 points in the 3 Big West tournament games. Tonight he only has 2.
We have had 15 lead changes and 8 ties. Nevada leads right now 36-34. That's how hotly contested this ball game has been.
No, it's been something to watch, I'll tell you that. Very exciting.
Carroll off the dribble. And Jimmy Carroll shooting well after having a rather soft first 10 minutes. Jerry Tarkanian wants a 20-second timeout. The Fresno Bulldogs will get it trailing by 4 here at home against the Wolfpack.
Well, Jimmy Carroll seems very comfortable shooting the ball tonight, but not very comfortable handling the ball. But when they can get it to him open on the outside the perimeter, he can really hurt you. Nevada right in there right now, up by 4. Let's listen to Jerry.
God damn, you guys have no patience. He penetrates, he grows here. Now we're in this set. Move the ball and pick the zone to beat. Take it this way away from Chris. And then, Mac, you run the baseline. Hey, on defense, everybody overplay your man now. Bring the ball.
Well, you had just heard what Jerry Tarkanian said. I mean, some great coaching instructions. He said on defense, everybody overplay and move the ball away from Chris Herron. I think what they're going to try to do is reverse it back to Herron.
The overplay worked early in the game. Nevada wasn't ready for it, but once Nevada figured that out, they started going back door. Let's see if the back door is open again for Nevada. Let's see if Fresno State can cause the turnover.
Herron and Young in the backcourt. We've been talking, one of our keys, the inside game and the rebounding. Right now, Fresno's being outplayed by Nevada. Nevada stays in the zone. They're in a 1-3-1.
This is something else we talked about, patience.
Hand breaks that pass up on the alley-oop attempt. Nevada starters have been doing the damage. Have not been doing the damage. Excuse me, it's been the Fresno State. The Nevada starters have been doing the damage. It's the Fresno State bench that is keeping in the game. They have outscored Nevada's bench 11-2. Hesitant to cast off, but Young is not. And Dominic Young has his first basket tonight.
He's a guy who can get red hot, and that was like Jerry Tarkanian's wife on that shot. The woman that was standing up clapping.
I think it was Lois. Maybe we'll get another look.
Dominic Young either gets red hot or ice cold.
Hand that is just between his fingertips, and Fresno coming the other way. Tutu Brown was the one who knocked that ball off and out of bounds. Pat Foster calling out a defensive set and then wipes it off. Watch Brown drift over towards the ball. As you see, he quick-handed it out of bounds. McLeod will come in for the first time. Morgan, you just saw the back of him sitting on the bench. He's been replaced by Marvin Wilson. There's Wilson.
Marvin played very well in the Big West tournament.
Smith with the easy put in. His first basket. And a total of 3. There you see the score. Fresno's gone back out on top after trailing by a half dozen.
And the crowd gets back into it. They're getting noisy at Selland.
Brown puts the Wolfpack back out on top. Nevada leading Fresno 2-2 with 7.
As Fresno State now will be content to take the final shot going into the locker room. They trail by a point here, and they would love nothing more than to go up by a point into the locker room at half. But Nevada has played very well here in the first half.
And Nevada will have it for 3.4 seconds left. See if they can rush up floor and get a shot, leading by 1. Brown left it fly. Very close, but 20 minutes of basketball. Nevada Wolfpack leading Fresno State at halftime, 40-39 here in the National Invitation Tournament.
Well, to be quite honest, I just like the way a man looks when he's dressed by Patrick James. So I learned long ago I could give the man in my life that same look if I did the shopping for him. Oh, it's a world of difference there. They just know clothes and they know your taste. They're pros and they're teachers, and they're yours every second you're in that store. I think when it comes to the way a man looks in clothes, Patrick James is a man's gift to women.
If you gotta cook it, eat it. There's only one place to get it. The Meat Market. When it comes to meat, we're the only market in town. The Meat Market, Alluvial at England, Chestnut and Clinton.
Tired of here today, gone tomorrow stereo stores? Come to Bananas Hi-Fi, Fresno's car audio and security specialist for over 17 years. At Bananas Hi-Fi, we carry a wide variety of quality name brand products that you can count on. We offer professional installation and factory authorized service on site, and don't forget to ask about our guaranteed lowest price. Trust the people who know what they're doing. Bananas Hi-Fi, the store with appeal at the corner of Fresno and Ashland in Fresno.
Status Quo, limousine and airport shuttle service. Status Quo, limousine and airport shuttle service. Status Quo, limousine and airport shuttle service. 733-9245.
Thanks for being with us for tonight's Fresno State basketball game here on Continental Cablevision. We'll return to Selland Arena in just a few moments, but first, it's time for the Continental Cablevision halftime report. Fresno City College head basketball coach Steve Cleveland is flying high about being named the head coach of Brigham Young University yesterday. Cleveland, whose Ram basketball team is preparing for this week's state JC tournament, said that he shared the news with his Fresno City players the minute the deal was final.
Well, it was right here, in fact, at Selland Arena. We had practiced here Monday night, and I had found out Monday morning, and we had finished practice, and I sat them down right here, and I told them that I know each one of them had dreams and visions and about playing at the next level, and I said, you know, coaches have those aspirations as well. And I said, one of my dreams has come true. I said, I haven't told you anything about it because I didn't want it to distract from the season, but that I'd just been asked to be the head basketball coach at Brigham Young University. And it was kind of emotional, to be honest with you. It was a neat deal. They were really supportive. I couldn't believe it. And the kids were just happy for me. And, you know, because the last thing I want is to be a distraction to what we're trying to do and our purpose and our goal here. And they're great kids, and they were really supportive.
Speaking of your goal, how have you been able to maintain focus while you're getting geared up for the state championship?
Well, you know, the whole process has actually kind of been going on behind the scenes quietly for about 6 or 8 weeks. The neat thing for me was that I was so busy doing what I'm doing now that I didn't have to sit around and worry about it or fret about what was going to happen. And, you know, my feeling was that I went up, I interviewed, they came out and visited me, I went through the process, I did as well as I could do. I felt comfortable and good about it, but it was a situation that I figured if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And it wasn't something that if I hadn't got it that I would have been overly disappointed because I've got a great job, I've got great kids coming back, and I feel very comfortable here in Fresno.
What are you most excited about? What are you really looking forward to at BYU?
Oh, I think the biggest challenge, I think, is to turn this thing around. And my most obvious thing that I've got to do is find players. And, you know, coaching sometimes I think is a little overrated. People don't usually have great teams unless you have great players. And we've got to find good and great players and then do our best job coaching them. It's a tough league, great coaches. We know that we have a big road to hoe here, but we're excited about it. I haven't even selected a staff yet, so I've got a lot of things I've got to do, but right now I'm not going to worry about that until Monday morning.
Steve, what is it about this job that it is your dream job?
Well, I think number one, being a member of the church. You know, obviously it's a Mormon school, and for a member of the church to coach at that particular institution makes it kind of a dream job. I would have been happy probably to coach at a lot of different institutions. They have tremendous facilities, support, administratively. They guys have so many things going for them there. It's a great community. There's a lot of people there that I don't know, and I'll get to know. I do know a lot of the coaches in that area because I've had a chance to work camps. But, you know, it's a great opportunity, and I'll take it one day at a time. And I know the challenges are huge, and I'm sure there are those there that wonder if I can get it done, but we will get it done.
Coach, Fresno obviously is going to miss you. What do you think you're going to miss the most about Fresno?
Probably my family. I've had great memories here.
Great memories. I think about my coaching experiences at Clovis West, at Fresno City College, all the friends and associates I've had, all the kids that I've had a chance to coach. I grew up and I played here. I'll miss them, and I just had so many wonderful things happen to me in this community that I'll always be a Fresno kid.
Tomorrow, Cleveland's Rams take their 30-3 record to the San Jose State Event Center for the state Final 8 basketball tournament. More in a moment.
My company had a problem. We needed more productive copiers from a dealer we could count on. Everyone recommended Sharp and Select Business System. Their sales rep was different. He listened, then customized a winning game plan, including award-winning Sharp copiers, guaranteed dealer service, and flexible acquisition options. With Sharp copiers from Select Business System, we're more productive, and we've lowered operating costs. Best decision we ever made. Select Business System and Sharp copiers.
Welcome to the Ritz, where you will always enjoy bargains on fine jewelry. For example, 1-carat diamond bracelets start at only $3.95. We also have great buys on loose diamonds. The Ritz also specializes in unique rings and wedding sets, most at half the price of retail.
Shop around first, and then come to the Ritz. We'll make you happy.
Treat yourself to big savings on stylish quality jewelry at the Ritz Jewelry Center of Fresno.
This is Happy Valley. We've each got a different job.
Yeah, Harry cuts the back and I do the front.
But what makes it really easy is the Honda.
Our hydrostatic transmission lets us all go at our own speed. This baby really cooks.
But Clara, she's got the easiest job. What an arm.
Honda lawnmowers, nothing's easier.
See Jensen and Watt, 516 North Chestnut at Belmont in Fresno.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, we help you pick what's perfect in ways that go. And that's how we wind up furnishing satisfaction.
Come to the Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery Super Sale. Save 10 to 40% on an incredible selection of Lazy Boy furniture. Now with no interest and no payments for 6 full months. The Super Sale at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Hurry in today.
Every year, 59 million gather to be anointed with Wiener Schnitzel chili, a recipe kept secret for generations. And now, get a Wiener Schnitzel chili dog for just 89 cents. Yes, 89 cents.
We're at halftime here of tonight's first round NIT basketball contest between the University of Nevada and Fresno State. 13 other NIT games are going on across the country today. Here's a look at results and scores from the tournament so far. That's all from the studio. We'll take you back to Selland Arena right after this.
My company had a problem. We needed more productive copiers from a dealer we could count on. Everyone recommended Sharp and Select Business System. Their sales rep was different. He listened, then customized a winning game plan, including award-winning Sharp copiers, guaranteed dealer service, and flexible acquisition options. With Sharp copiers from Select Business System, we're more productive, and we've lowered operating costs. Best decision we ever made. Select Business System and Sharp copiers.
Ever feel like you're herded in and treated like just another number? Well, not at Cellular Plus, your authorized wireless representative for GTE. We get to know our customers, match products and services to meet your needs, and we don't tell you something you don't want. GTE offers CalRobe, toll-free calling to the coast, and unlimited calling plans. Stop by any of the 4 locations and check out the extensive selection of products and services, or let us come to you with our mobile unit. Cellular Plus, cover your going, we've got you covered.
It all adds up to the Cellular Plus.
Who puts the food on your table and on tables in the next county, across America, and throughout the world? You do. And Firestone's proud to be your partner. Firestone salutes the American farmer, the leader in the field.
For all your farm tire needs, visit any of these Firestone farm tire dealers. In Kingsburg, Village Tire. In Hanford, Padashi Tire. In Exeter, Simmons Tire. And in Reedley, Lee's Service.
I'll tell you a little business tip about Patrick James. Now, let's say you visit 100 men's suit factories, and the last one you visit is mine, Hickey Freeman. You'll notice one thing's missing: the huge machines, the noise. Hands don't make noise. Hands make quality. And when a man stands for quality, chances are he's standing in a suit like mine from Patrick James.
Status quo. Limousine and airport shuttle service. Status quo. Limousine and airport shuttle service. Status quo. Limousine and airport shuttle service. 733-9245.
In Fresno, Dan Gustin along with Dana Wagner. The University of Nevada has just come back out on the floor. And, Dana, they lead surprisingly at halftime by 1.
I think it is a shock to most people here at Selland Arena tonight. Wolfpack leading by 1. Overmatched, no question. Fresno State with a better athlete, but the Wolfpack has a 1-point lead. Maybe reminiscent of last week's quarterfinal game in the WAC against TCU.
One of the key things, Nevada is shooting well tonight, and that is kept them in this ball game.
Yeah, no question. They are shooting a lot better than they did over the weekend against their 3 opponents in the Big West tournament.
Well, we are back at Selland Arena, and Nevada leading by that 1 point. Their outside shooting has been the difference because they don't have big numbers, but they've been able to convert what they're going after. Let's take a look at the numbers so you can see them. 55% in total from the field. But, Dana, we were just talking about the 3-point shooting. Look how much better they're doing than the Dogs.
Well, on Sunday against Pacific, Nevada 1 of 13 from three-point range in the first half. Tonight, 3 of 9. Not great, but not bad. Meanwhile, Fresno State 4 of 13, and that will not get the job done from three-point range. They need to shoot a little bit better than that if they want to win this ball game tonight at home.
There you see the top scores. I was going to mention the other key issue for Fresno is their free throw shooting. They have been there 5 more times in the pack. They've made 7 of 8. Nevada's made 3 of 4. But fair in hand, you expect them to lead. Carroll delivering, and Brown and Culbertson. If those two keep up the scoring, Nevada's going to make it very tough on Fresno here in the final 20 minutes.
Take a look at some of the highlights now from the first half of action. Nevada really hustling, coming out tonight, very intense, very hyped up. Brown misses a shot, but getting it done on the boards. And Fresno State not a great rebounding team, but look, it's wild and woolly out there tonight, and Brown ends it with a bucket.
Yeah, they get 3 opportunities.
I thought he was going to hit it there, but he didn't.
And that's more important. They got 3 opportunities. Jimmy Carroll, we said very early, was going to have to get his shots. I didn't think he could get them off the dribble, but here he buries one of his 10 first-half points.
And Fahrenhand really getting it done tonight, down low, working against Rasan Smith. Smith, 5 inches taller than Fahrenhand, but Fahrenhand is used to work against guys that are taller than him. And at first you don't succeed, try again.
One of the stats that we showed just briefly was the steal category. 7-2 in favor of Fresno. Watch Dominic Young now. He will take the ball. He gets some help. He will take the ball away from Lamont Allen, and look out. Forney has the easy trip down the floor, and he rams it.
Well, the Fresno State defense befuddling Nevada early in this contest, really overplaying on the wings, trying to create some turnovers, and they did with those 7 steals. But Nevada adjusted to it in the second half of the first half and did a lot better of going backdoor on Fresno State, creating some open opportunities for him backdoor.
Fresno State Bulldogs, again, we repeat it. We think it's central to the issue tonight. They have won 21 straight games. They have not lost here in 1996 and 97. Unlike a Tarkanian coach team, though, in his second year, they only had 13 home games. And, Dana, I can remember back in history where UNLV would play as many as 18, 19, sometimes 20 home games. So Fresno got it done with their record of 20 of 11, only playing at home here 13 times and away 18.
Jerry back home 42 years ago, graduating here as a Fresno State Bulldog. We'd also like to thank one more time all the advertisers that jumped on board this contest at the last minute. Fresno State and Nevada both got into the tournament late Sunday night into the NIT, and the advertisers jumped on board on Monday and Tuesday to support this telecast. So thank you very much to our advertisers out there. You did a great job to bring this to the folks in Reno and in Fresno.
My congratulations, too. You saw the signs about the dog pound. That's not Cleveland. That's Fresno, California. We're back to the action. Nevada with the ball to start the second half. Well, David Morgan came out front, and Forney was grabbing his shirt all the way. And doing what he did in the first half. The Wolfpack leads by 3. Their biggest lead tonight was 6 at 34-28.
When you play man-to-man defense, you take away some of the outside shots for Nevada, but when you play man against Nevada, you open up the inside for fair and hand. And if they think that one guy can guard him in there, that's going to be a tough night. And that's a jump ball.
Yeah, it will be a tied ball, and Fresno will get it back. But one thing Nevada's doing now in sagging and letting Dominic Young out front, they're slowing the offense from Fresno, and Fresno's a team that likes to go up and down.
Great defense by fair and hand. As you can see, that was the right call.
Forney continues his tour shooting tonight. He's got a dozen. We mentioned earlier how many times this game has been tied, how many times the lead has changed. At one point, we had 15 different lead changes. Brown missed badly, didn't even draw iron. Nice pass by Young, and Forney has back-to-back baskets to put Fresno on top.
Well, Young did it offensively. He's also doing it defensively. When they dumped the ball inside to fair and hand, Young went off his man, Brown, and went down to double down. So you'll see a lot more doubling down, I think, down low on the block against fair and hand, and here comes the help.
There's a behind-the-back pass and hand. A lot of people know about his scoring, but his passing is equally adept and sometimes every bit as lethal.
Well, that's what he's going to have to do. If they're going to double down on him, he's going to have to find the open guy.
Well, Forney has gone off in the second half. He has a half dozen.
And that's another lead change.
A total of 16 for the ball game, and 6 of those coming after the intermission. A foul away from the ball, a hold. I believe it will be called on Kendrick Brooks. Here comes Macklin. You see Smith going to the sideline. It is Brooks who gets the foul. That is his second tonight. Jimmy Carroll wide open. And the guy who just came in the ballgame, Macklin, speared it. Again, they go underneath Nevada, going to sleep defensively, and Macklin makes them pay. Not a bad time for a 20-second timeout. And that's just what Nevada does. They take a 20-second timeout. The crowd erupting. They weren't that noisy at the end of the first half, but everybody pointing to why they're on top. And Pat Foster wanting to take the wind of the sails right now of the Bulldogs who have come out. Since the locker room, I would think that Tarkanian said some very direct things about if you want to go on, let's go out and get him.
Well, Dominic Young did not start the game, but he starts here in the second half, the career leader in assists here at Fresno State, and right now he is directing the offense.
Whatever it was, we were just a little bit late in getting there. Final comments, let's go, and that's about what you need to say. Fresno has outscored the Wolfpack in the first 2 minutes and 11 seconds, 8-4.
And there's the guy that you have to credit for Fresno State, Dominic Young, directing the offense. Nevada's going out to him on the outside, and the Bulldogs have outscored him 8-4 now, just a little over the last 2 minutes.
Again, the Dogs trying to step up the tempo of defense. They leave Brown alone after the goaltending. Boy, Pat Foster exploded, and there was no goaltend at all. We'll get another look at that one later. There's a crucial call, or non-call. Carroll spots up. That one he gets. He just missed one from there. But a technical foul on Pat Foster. He is not cooled off from that goaltend. If we could get another look at it, we'll let you make a decision. But here at courtside, it looked extremely obvious.
Well, one thing you can't do is pin the ball against the backboard. After a bank shot, after it's hit the glass, you cannot touch the ball.
Dominic Young he's the best free throw shooter of the starters, will be there for the technicals. And no sooner I say the best at 77%. Now you judge. What do you think?
It did. It hit the glass first, and once it hits the glass, you can't touch it. That's goaltending.
There is no question about that. Once again, see that ball hit the glass first, and then Forney coming over to reject it. And that's what Pat Foster exploded off the bench with his ire and drew the technical.
Great look at it from the truck, guys. Great replay.
At both angles, underneath and out front. Thank you. Chris Herron. And David Morgan skies to get it. And a foul call. This one is a long way from being over. Pat Foster has calmed down, but boy, he had reason to jump off that bench and scream at the official.
Cost his team a point on the technical free throw by Young, but maybe it'll serve to fire up the Wolfpack here on the road in a packed Selland Arena.
And is 17. He leads everybody now. Forney has 16. Young found open by Herron, and Dominic Young starting to get hot.
Well, Jerry Tarkanian called Dominic Young the best shooter he's ever seen. He comes up with a steal and a whistle.
We have people all the way down the floor. Culbertson was fouled underneath, and Young's steal is going to be wiped out because the whistle confirmed about Culbertson being fouled.
They got Chris Herron underneath for his second personal foul away from the ball, fouling Culbertson. Right side of your screen. Let's see if we can see it. There's a steal out front, but the foul came to the right side of your screen. There, we were moving the direction of it right there, but
boy, that's saved for the Wolfpack because they were about to go down two more. Culbertson with that rare look, he kind of cocks his head, and now he has a dozen, and the Wolfpack leads by 2.
Culbertson led them in three-point field goal percentage in the Big West season.
Brooks missed badly on the side, and the Wolfpack playing dead even with the Bulldogs here in Selland Arena. Morgan being jostled, goes off glass, and Culbertson kept it alive. And Morgan follows on the great play by Paul Culbertson. The Wolfpack leading by 4, 55-51 over the favored Bulldogs. There we get a look. Equal number of three-point attempts. Nevada's taken 2 less. With a great jump step and the feed to Forney, who gets another one going underneath. Damon Forney, that's why the crowd's excited about the kind of basketball he's playing tonight.
And Dave Morgan picked up his third personal foul. Chris Herron did a super job of drawing the defense toward him, which gave the open lane to Forney, and Morgan just slaps his head.
Morgan's lucky he didn't get an intentional call with the 2 shots, or the 1 shot by Forney, and then the ball out of bounds. So Forney trying to get his 19th point. Does not, and David Morgan, wide mouth, comes down with it. Another weak pass, but Nevada survived that attempt. Sheer muscle, 19 of Nevada's 57. He has 1/3 of their offense.
He does not want his career here at the University of Nevada to come to a close tonight. He wants to play at least one more night.
Heron, he put up a knuckleball going down the slot. A very soft shot by Chris Heron.
Heron was such a force his last 3 games, scoring 35, 35, and 34.
Jimmy Carroll bangs one back.
But Heron only has 4 tonight, and Carroll now has 16, his 4th three-pointer of the night.
Dominic Young trying to answer. He does. What a ball game this is going to be. We talked, would it be high scoring or not? It's going to be way up there. A foul. Culbertson reversing along the baseline. Morgan with a good recognition with a pass. You get a look at David.
Great job. People don't realize how good a passer Dave Morgan is for a 6'10 guy. He finds the open Culbertson. Roberson picks up his second, and Culbertson goes to the line to shoot 2.
Paul, who was scoreless on Sunday afternoon, just had that miserable game picking up too many personal fouls too early. Has 12 points and now looking for even more. Good look at Paul Culbertson. Originally from Roosevelt, New York. There you can look at his totals. By way of Riverside Community College. He works hard. He's the best defensive player in the Wolfpack.
No question. He's 64% free throw shooter. Leads his team in steals, and Jerry's looking a little worried now.
He has been through these wars so many, many times. Nevada's made 6 of 14 trays. Fresno 6, but 16 attempts. Culbertson makes both, and we have a timeout. Nevada Wolfpack leads. They're on top by 4.
I'm back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lowly Jimson wheat. Back in the saddle again, whoopee-tie-I-O, rocking to and fro. Back in the saddle again.
Tiffany Stoker says, why wait?
Figure it out. I did. It's fat-free and delicious. That's why I brought Hoagie Yogi to this valley.
For twice the taste, step up to a deli-fresh Hoagie Yogi sandwich and custom-blended Hoagie Yogi frozen yogurts. They're both deliciously different.
Hoagie Yogi. We have 3 great valley locations. See you there. Hoagie Yogi.
So, where do you want this?
Hey now, I ordered a new copier.
This is better than new, my friend. Allow me to demonstrate. Oh, what do we have here? Wow. Enlarges, too.
Even totally.
I'll take it.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
That was close. I didn't think I could shove this baby through.
Gotta get back to transition. Gotta get back to transition. They're not giving me back. All right?
Were you going to show us a stat you're going to come back with? All right. Glad you're with us tonight, Dan Gustin and Dana Wagner, in an absolute shootout in the first round of the National Invitation Tournament.
Pat Foster talked about a number of items in that timeout huddle. One, he said, do not allow the penetration. 2, do not allow uncontested three-point shots.
Look at the great shooting in the second half. Nevada shooting 67, but Fresno even better, 80% from the field.
And that's why Pat wants them to pick up the defense here.
Heron ran over Richard Brown, and he will be called for it. Jerry Tarkanian with the extremely pained expression on his face as Heron now has his third personal. The guy we thought would be the key to the offense. Get another look at Dana.
Boy, and Richard Brown did a nice job of acting there, too. But great job of getting his feet in front of him and in front of Heron.
You don't have to be steady. You just have to be still, rather. You have to be in front of him. Heron comes out with 4 points. The guy that they thought would shoot the lights out of the place, and you see him going to the sideline.
Expected a sellout tonight, but didn't get it. Fell about 500 short, and the streak ends at 20 in a row. 20 straight sellouts. The streak ends at 20.
Official announced attendance is 94-90. Culberson was hit on the arm and then knocked the ball out of bounds, but hit on the arm on the shot. Came up short, but then he makes a great defensive play. So you're right, Dana. It ends at 20. 9,490. Not a sellout.
There's a shot that goes short, and it went right off the hip of Darnell McCullough. Good call.
Nevada with the ball in a 4-point lead. Fresno zoning inbound.
And they stay in the zone.
That's what Foster was talking about there in a timeout. Run the reverse and then do a double high post. And Hand is signaling Morgan to set another post up there, and he's not doing it. Richard Brown, and he gives the Wolfpack their biggest lead of the night.
I think that's a mistake to go to zone against Nevada. They killed his own team, New Mexico State, on Saturday night. Nevada feasts on his own.
Nice movement inside. Danny Macklin. The pass from Nevada up by 5. Brown trying to do it again, and now he's trying to take over the ball game. We talked about, and we showed you the graphic of the tremendous field goal shooting. Here comes Young the other way, but can't get it to go down. And Richard Tutu Brown, among others, giving the Wolfpack a bulge of 7 once again.
And Fresno State goes back to man.
Hands up, body pressure one way, goes the other way, and Tarkanian's got to be thinking about a 20-second timeout. But he lets them play. There's a pennant. And Nevada can't do no wrong right now.
No patience by Fresno State. They're coming down and watching and not getting the best shot selection possible.
Another steal by the Bulldogs. Macklin has to hustle and does.
And the crowd gets back into it.
Richard Brown is absolutely on fire, shooting as well as he has. You see the Gardellas from Reno, Nevada, with their banner up. So you see as many blue shirts popping up now as red shirts. Not afraid to be demonstrative about their team.
And Nevada goes up.
Forney, who's been a thorn in the Wolfpack side, is fouled before the shot. What a night Damon Forney has had. Jerry Tarkanian, Dana, you mentioned earlier he looked worried. I don't know how you tell. We will take a timeout. We'll talk about it when we return. Nevada leading by 10.
At Pistoresi Chrysler Plymouth Dodge Jeep Eagle in Madera, we sell a lot of new cars. And that means we get a lot of trade-ins. And right now, our used car lot is bursting with late model cars, trucks, and vans. Each one has been safety inspected, serviced, and is backed by Pistoresi's own 58-year reputation for reliability. For selection, for low prices, for a used car you can count on. We're Pistoresi Chrysler Plymouth Dodge Jeep Eagle, home of the no high-pressure deal in Madera. Pistoresi.
Well, Greg, with our high-speed internet access, you can download information hundreds of times faster than using a phone line. So you can get all that research done today.
Great. But there's something else I got to do today.
Maybe I can help. It's just that Greg wanted me to tell you. Things aren't working out well between us. I mean, you and Greg. You are special.
You'd be surprised by everything we're doing to help you get information faster. Continental Cablevision. We work, you learn.
It's a difference you can taste at breakfast and lunch. Country waffles. country cooking at its old-fashioned best, served up with the friendliest down-home service around. Ham, country fresh eggs, biscuits and gravy using Aunt Martha's famous recipes. And lunch, looky here, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and tasty luncheon specials. Country Waffles. Visit us soon in Fresno, Clovis, and Selma.
In Fresno, California tonight, Dan Gustin along with Dana Wagner. The coaching on the sideline has been intense on both sides.
Jerry Tarkanian just said in his huddle, hey, we're going to come back and get him. So he seems confident, trying to relay that to his players. Richard Brown, who's been on fire, now comes out of the ballgame and is sitting on the bench. Look at this. That's tough as nails right in Young's face.
Nevada guards have outscored Fresno 33-24. Carroll 16, Brown 15, and Barnett a deuce. And Fresno has the ball and trailing by 10.
Nevada in the 1-3-1 zone.
That is the largest Wolfpack lead. They got another steal. And then give it up. Nevada had this ball stolen, and somehow it got away from Barnett.
Barnett had it right here and just kind of took his eye off it. It looked like it may have got tapped away. He fell right on you just about. It tapped it to the only guy, Fresno State. The only white jersey was there was Rashawn Smith.
Lucky he can't shoot free throws as he clanked that one. David Morgan with his fourth foul will go out, and Marvin Wilson, who has had spectacular moments in a relief role this year for Nevada. Rashawn Smith again, just 3 points tonight. You heard that one clunk, and Farron Hand among the white shirts comes away with it.
Well, Smith is a 61% free throw shooter on the year, but looks more like a 21% free throw shooter there.
Fresno has come out of the zone. They know they've got to play man-to-man. Time is wasted. Nevada currently on a 7-3 run. That's in the last 3 minutes.
Nevada only 2 starters on the floor right now.
And with a fadeaway, Wilson banging can't get it. And here come the Dogs. A guy who's got to light the fire just starts it as he gets the cold stirred. Heron on a dribble drive. The fans appreciative. Only his third basket. Now a chance for a three-pointer.
Well, Heron's been the invisible man tonight. That is only his 6th point of the night after averaging more than 34 the last 3 games. So here's a guy who needs to get hot, and looks like he may start that direction right now if Fresno State wants to win this.
Playing time's been limited because of foul trouble. He's been on the bench with 3. He does have 8 assists.
The sophomore from Fall River, Massachusetts, had a book written about him. That's how big a star he was in Fall River.
Badly misses the free throw, but gives him another opportunity. Richard Brown during that free throw shooting episode getting in the ball game. And for once tonight, Eamon Forney, who made a great offensive move, comes up short. The ball came out on him.
Super job by Heron, too, and that is his strength. Not necessarily the three-point shot, but his ability to drive to the hoop, draw the opposing team toward him, or be able to make a bucket in traffic.
Brown double clutches. And Hand comes up with it. A little bit of luck on the Wolfpack's part, and that's what you need when you're on the road in the first round of the NIT.
Yeah, boys, the ball bouncing their way right now as we're under 10 minutes to go in this one.
Robertson. And here comes the pack 3-on-1 with Brown in the middle. Wilson. An emphatic finish to that with a slam dunk, and Marvin will go to the free throw line.
Who is
third? Boy, they made the right decision filling the lanes. A 3-on-1, and Brown makes the right decision.
He knows the guy to go to. 3, they call him, has hot. How many times have we seen this from him this year?
Yeah, he is the human highlight reel. $9:20 to play. Nevada leading their biggest lead. They lead by 12, and here comes Dominic Young again.
Big-time threat from the outside, Dominic Young.
That was Brooks who's showing the frustration on the bench. Marvin, who has not been a good free throw shooter, made 2 against University of Pacific. He's got 3 in a row in 2 ball games, and he's been shooting under 40%.
And the natives get restless at Fallon. They're pretty quiet right now.
Forney. They just can't roll for him, but boy, what a great job he has done to this point. And collects another rebound.
And we go under 9 minutes in the game. Nevada's got a 13-point lead. Their biggest for the night.
Nevada on the perimeter, but there's where they want to go down inside. Marvin Wilson puts it back in. A great play by Wilson. He has 5 in a row for Nevada.
And the lead's 15.
Heron with the off-balance throw-up, and who will get the foul? Roberson?
No, it's not Brown.
I'm sorry, Culbertson. Or Tutu Brown. Pat Foster. I think right now what's going through his mind, I want to restrain myself and make sure we can hang on for the last 8:29. Jimmy Carroll will come back in. Jerry Tarkanian, we've been talking about the towel all night long, and he goes to the water bottle. There's the towel, mysteriously absent to this point.
Actually, there's 2 towels. The one on top is the wet one where he gets the moisture from, and the one on the bottom is the dry towel, so it keeps the wet one clean.
Heron makes both. He now has 8. And at any time, I expect Fresno State, and they're starting now to press. And you've got to watch out. Dominic Young can take the ball away from you anytime, any place on the floor, but Brown does a good job.
Well, Brown uses his size to his advantage.
Hand off balance, threw that one up, and Fresno had him. They had him shadowed both front and back, and I think Farron kind of took kind of a shot that he would like to have back. Watch this.
Yeah, he just looked like he just lost his balance, and once he did that, he just threw it up for grabs. Thought he was going to get fouled.
Nevada leading by 13, but Chris Heron trying to take over the game once again. He missed the shot, but will go to the free throw line anyway. One of the keys to tonight's ball game was rebounding by Fresno State. To this point, they've been outboarded by 5, 26-21.
Heron wasn't even looking for a shot earlier in the first half, but now it seems like every possession he wants the ball in his hands, and Wilson picks up the foul, and Heron's a very good free throw shooter. On the year, he is a 65%er, not a great free throw shooter, but he hits that one. He's hit his last 3.
You see the worried faces of the Bulldog cheerleaders. I think a lot of people in this arena in Selden are squirming a little bit. That's what Nevada cannot do, is give second chances. But they picked his pocket. Heron got his pocket picked, and Nevada will have it back, leading by a dozen. Barnett. He adds 3 more to that total. And Nevada has come down to here. We thought Saturday night against New Mexico State was an offensive performance, but this one has been nothing short of phenomenal to this point. And there's Marvin Wilson clearing the missed shot.
And Fresno State pressing, again, not very patient on offense.
And Nevada does the same thing. No reason for Carroll to rush down the floor and throw that one up, leading by 15. Hand gets the foul. That'll be his 3rd. Make it his 4th, excuse me. How crucial is that with 7:23? Hand, Dana, played 39 minutes on Saturday night. Sunday afternoon, he played 40 minutes. He has been out of this ball game just 1 time tonight.
Well, I see a lot of Nevada players dragging out there tonight, Hand included. They played 3 games over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, had 2 days break, and now we're playing tonight. So fatigue, I think, is a factor.
So you see Hand as he gets a drink of water, and Heron back at the line. Farron Hand, Paul Culbertson engaged in conversation. Chris Heron engaged in concentration. And he has 10. We have a timeout. Nevada leads 82-69.
It's Bobby Salazar's Mexican Restaurant and Cantina for $7 Monday.
It's Monday. It must be $7. Monday.
Chips and salsa, a cup of soup, your choice of 15 different entrees, and a bottomless soda.
Hey, $7.
Every Monday night, just $7. It's Bobby Salazar's with 6 locations. Bobby Salazar's for friendly service, authentic Mexican cuisine, eat-in, take-out, frozen entrees, party trays, and now $7 Monday.
I love you, man.
Bobby Salazar's.
This is Happy Valley.
We've each got a different job.
Yeah, Harry cuts the back and I do the front.
But what makes it really easy is the Honda.
Hydrostatic transmission lets us all go at our own speed. This baby really hooks.
But Clara, she's got the easiest job.
What an arm.
Honda lawnmowers. Nothing's easier.
See Jensen and Watt, 516 North Chestnut at Belmont in Fresno.
At Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries, we help you pick what's perfect in ways that go and that's how we wind up furnishing satisfaction.
Come to the Lazy Boy Furniture Gallery Super Sale. Save 10 to 40% on an incredible selection of Lazy Boy furniture. Now with no interest and no payments for 6 full months. The Super Sale at Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Hurry in today.
Jerry Tarkanian is asking his team to get penetration and watch for the three. You hear his hoarse voice. But he knows they have got to fight their way back. Let's take a look at the replay.
Tim Barnett from the corner. You can't leave him wide open. Hasn't been that accurate from the three-point stripe in the last few ball games. When he's open, he can hit. That has got really hot lately from the three-point line. They were 33% in the first half, now 50% for the game.
And as we expected, Fresno would press. If Nevada gets on the free throw line, they are a very good free throw shooting team, shooting better than 70% this year. Barnett again. McLeod fighting for the ball and knocks it out of bounds.
Tarkanian, during the timeout, talked about Dominic Young firing up the three to get them back in it. They're down 13. The guy with the ball right there, number 10, Dominic Young. Look for him to fire the three.
Fresno thinks they're going to get back in the ball game by getting threes, and that's the quickest way to do it. There's the other guy who can hurt you. Right now, he cannot find it from long range.
As we're under 7 minutes to go in this one.
Again, Nevada trying to spread the floor, bringing Jimmy Carroll out front. But he just slows the momentum in the offense by holding the ball a little bit too long. They've got Baron Hand on the bench with 4 fouls. Less than 10 seconds. Barnett. And he makes a big basket. With under 10 seconds, Tim Barnett has a pair of trays in this big run in the second half.
Couldn't have worked out any better for the Wolfpack. They took a lot of time off the clock and then get a three out of it.
Chris Herron has yet to hit a three tonight. He is 0 for 5. Dominic Young gets a big one.
That's his 4th of the night. He has 13 points, and that's what Tarkanian wants to see. More Dominic Young three-pointers.
Nevada using the clock and trying to protect the ball. Fresno has 8 steals tonight. Jimmy Carroll. And Barnett tries to run it down, but it bounces out of bounds before he can get it. If there's anybody that might need a rest right now, it might be Jimmy Carroll.
Now remember, when we're talking about Dominic Young, we're talking about one of the best three-point shooters in WAC history. He only needs 8 more to tie all-time WAC record.
There was a foul out front on Tutu Brown, stepping into Young on the pass.
Foul number 15, Mr. Brown, his second by his team.
And Young goes to the line to shoot 1-on-1, their best free throw shooter. Something that Nevada doesn't want to do is send this guy to the free throw line.
Although on the technical, remember, he was 1 of 2. Hand comes back, and so does Morgan. They will have to get some extended playing time from Farron. McLeod and Wilson will go out. So Macklin comes in. You see the back of his jersey. Now he turns around. There's the guy on the free throw line, and Rasan Smith went to the sideline. 1-1. Young Young misses badly off the back rim. The crowd stirs a little bit because that's what brought all the controversy earlier about Young not making free throws, and there is Tutu Brown making them pay. Wolfpack leading by 15 again. Herrick, plenty of time. Finally gets a three. Barnett wants everybody to clear as he wants to work. Robertson is trying to draw the ball, cannot. Important for Nevada to use a little bit of clock, but make sure they get a good shot.
We go under 5 minutes in this contest.
And with 10 seconds and misses. Nobody inside for the Wolfpack. Are they starting to tire a little bit? Young can't find the range. And the bouncing ball ends up with a blue shirt attached to it. I don't know what that was, but Nevada trying to force it. They're off balance and gets that one down. It's a 10-point game, a 20-second timeout. The crowd, the 9,400 plus exploding. Nevada cannot be foolish, and Fresno has got to have a little bit of desperation in every attempt down the floor.
We'll see how much poise the University of Nevada can show right now. They had a 15-point lead just moments ago. It is shrunk now to 10, and the crowd is growing ever louder.
Well, it's a 5-0 run. We'll get another look at this. I'm not sure what Tutu was doing. Notice he hit the side of the glass. It wasn't even close. Major contact and no whistle.
Dan, we are now getting some information that if Nevada wins this game, they will play in Lincoln, Nebraska, because Lawler Event Center is booked. Now, this is according to Chris Gargano, who's the weekend sports guy at the ABC affiliate in Reno.
Heron trying to stir up himself and his teammates. Culbertson with a long baseball pass makes the reception in forecourt, and Nevada will try to play a little keep away with 3:58 to play and a 10-point lead.
Well, they have to be careful not to go into too big a hole. They still have to look for their shot. 10-point lead won't be enough if they don't score any more in this game, so they still have to look for the basket.
It's always been a hallmark of Tarkanian's team to play tough defense. Now they're trying to play tough defense and not foul anybody. Hand found himself open. Here's Morgan. Young from way out front. You cannot hear yourself think with the crowd. Before the shot. The lead has shrunken to 7 with 3:10 to play. Fresno with an 8-0 run.
And that being the 17th foul on Fresno State, Hand goes to the line to shoot 1-and-1.
And here's the guy who is desperately trying to get him back in it. Hand trying to silence the crowd, and the towel is finally out.
The towel came. He put the bottle down and picked up the towel.
Hand extends the lead to 25. We will take this time out. The Wolfpack leading 88-80.
Tired of here today, gone tomorrow stereo stores? Come to Bananas Hi-Fi, Fresno's car audio and security specialist for over 17 years. At Bananas Hi-Fi, we carry a wide variety of quality name brand products that you can count on. We offer professional installation and factory authorized service on site, and don't forget to ask about our guaranteed lowest price. Trust the people who know what they're doing. Bananas Hi-Fi, the store with appeal at the corner of Fresno and Ashland in Fresno.
Diamonds are beautiful, exotic, and mysterious. Warner Company Jewelers takes the mystery out of buying diamonds by showing you how to compare quality and value. We feature diamonds of distinction, high-quality diamonds of a carat or more, And with our 130 years of experience, no one buys or sells quality diamonds more competitively than the Warner Company. And remember, the quality and value of your diamond are guaranteed at Warner Company Jewelers in Fig Garden Village, your trusted jeweler since 1867.
Status Quo, limousine and airport shuttle service. Status Quo, limousine and airport shuttle service. Status Quo, limousine and airport shuttle service. 733-9245.
In Fresno, Dan Gustin and Dana Wagner. Pat Foster just calming his troops, saying, hell, we've been here 25 times. Just go play. And that's what you want to do. Listen to him one more time.
Where did you get that ball? And then hit it with it, all right? Got a rebound. Everybody got a rebound. Take the ball out. Hey, listen to it. Hell, we've been here.
And that's what he said. We've been here 25 times. Just go play. Don't worry about strategy. Young. And Nevada gets a long carom.
Well, Nevada needs to try to take the crowd out of this one by extending their defense out to Dominic Young. Make sure he doesn't hit any more threes, because every time he does that, the crowd erupts. And right now, they're silent.
Young steals again. But Nevada gets it back, calls a 20-second timeout. Dominic Young trying everything he can to reverse the momentum.
Oh. Dominic Young, so talented, so quick, so gifted. He's just so quick, and that's why he makes the all-defensive team for the WAC. But the ball gets kicked around, and that's why Jimmy Carroll comes up with it, and Jimmy calls the 20. That was a good idea. Try to calm the forces a little bit.
Excuse me, actually, Nevada should have gotten the ball on the kick. At a 35-second clock, you get a look at both benches, and Pat Foster again pleading with his team to just go out and play. Let's listen.
Strike the blue, all right? Go strike the blue. We're on the play right here now. Oh, you're in the middle. Just treat him right in here. He's going. Two come over here to the top, all right? We're falling down. We only got one timeout left, guys. Don't call timeout anymore. Well, I got one. Don't call anymore. Listen. Here, we come down, we score. We're right. Get another field goal off by the score. We got plenty of time. Give everything you got.
When John Welsh, just on the left of your screen, there's John Welsh. He played 3 years at the University of Nevada, finished his college career down at UNLV. He was telling the offense, come down and score, and then we'll apply the trap. They're going to trap press the Wolfpack as much as they can. Then Jerry Tarkanian said, if you couldn't hear it clearly, he said, there's plenty of time, and there is plenty of time. 2:38, there's still an eternity to play basketball.
Meanwhile, Pat Foster was talking about blue. He's looking for the backdoor cut, so Nevada trying to get something back door. With only 16 seconds remaining in the shot clock, they're going to try to look to score early.
Nevada, in terms of timeouts, what happens from here? They have one full and no 20. Fresno State, as you get a look at it, they have two full and 1:20. So the timeout certainly in favor of the Bulldogs.
And Pat said, don't call any more timeout, meaning he wants to be the guy to be able to call that final timeout at a strategic point in the ballgame.
Another key issue, get the ball in bounds. The Pack does it, but in a bad location, and is stepping across the line. Boy, Nevada got the ball and allowed themselves to be pinned.
Well, the worst thing you could do is get it to a guy in the corner like that. They double team him and use the sideline and the midcourt line as two extra defenders.
Nevada still, though, less turnovers than Fresno. Dominic Young, who's 5 of 12 from the three-point line and beyond.
Culbertson, the best defender on Heron now. You know he'll pull it.
And the ball will go out of bounds to the Wolfpack. 2:16 to play. You think that man isn't nervous? And that one?
Nevada will take 35 seconds off the clock here. Young gets the foul. That'll send Brown line shooting 1 and 1.
I thought that's maybe what Fresno didn't want to do, was send people to the line, but the other side of that coin is they stop the clock.
Brown is 76% free throw shooter. Nevada, you mentioned, is a very good free throw shooting team. Guys you don't want to foul: Hand, Carroll, Brown, Barnett.
Richard Brown to the line.
Fresno just fought for it.
The two guards, Brooks and Young, knock it away. 2-2, making crucial free throws this year down the stretch. Starts it again, 18 points tonight. Remember, he made 4 crucial on the win on the road against Long Beach. Also did it down in Texas and Denton, Texas against North Texas. That gives the Wolfpack a little bit of breathing room, back to an 11-point difference. Young again. And now the air is starting to seep out of the balloon for Fresno. Well, not if they do that very often. Less than 2 minutes to play. 40. He's back in the ball game with 20. Jimmy Carroll has made a handful of bad passes to go along with his 16 points. And I think they'd like right now to keep the ball out of his hands.
Tarkanian wanted to tap that time, and his players didn't respond. Dominic Young, the only guy applying pressure. Now they're looking to foul.
That's what they're doing. And now Carroll is the guy that wants to be fouled, and that is not a good strategy. As Tarkanian in front of us saying, why do you foul him? That's what he's pointing at. Don't foul a 92% free throw shooter, and that's just what they did.
Well, Jimmy Carroll, the best free throw shooter in the nation, and now he goes to the line to try to ice it.
Tarkanian in front of us just quoted the numbers. He said a 90% shooter.
I hate to tell you, Coach, it's 92.
Well, that range, it's a lot. It doesn't matter, though, when you miss. Brooks. And Nevada comes down with another rebound, and now Fresno can do nothing but foul. Tarkanian wants a timeout. He will get it. Will it be a full? It will be a full time. Oh, no, he's going to change it to a 20. Just saw him on camera changing it to a 20-second timeout. So University of Nevada, with 70 seconds still to play, leading 91-82. You see it right there.
Maxwell, you be back to protect the bucket. Everybody else get up and don't let the first pass get in. Right now.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame show. Rebounding was a key tonight. Fresno has been out-rebounded 31 times. Now make it 22 of 32 because the Wolfpack at this point out-rebounding them 33-27. You see the timeouts. Nevada would not like to even take the remaining one. They'd like that clock to run as much as possible. Another bad pass. Oh, no. And stealing it from behind Culbertson, and then saving it, David Morgan going out of bounds. But Culbertson, who may not have been seen as the key guy on that exchange, was the guy who knocked it away. There's Hayes. He has 27. Nevada leads by 11.
Aaron gets another 2. Carroll will go to line shoot 2 now because that is the 10th team foul against Fresno State. So he will get the 1 plus the bonus.
Just before that, it was Culbertson who knocked it away, and look at Morgan.
Great job by Dave Morgan. Going to the floor, doing what you got to do at this point in the ballgame. 38.9 seconds left. And it looks like Nevada will advance to the second round of the NIT as a lot of the fans now head for the exit. And Jimmy Carroll, the best free throw shooter in the nation, is 0 for 2 tonight.
There they go. They didn't sell it out tonight. The first time in 22 ball games. Heron will add another one to his total. It'll look like a big night, but he got a lot of these when it was decided. He has 19 right now. And the foul in backcourt will send Richard Brown to the free throw line again.
And if Nevada should go on to win this one, they will take on Nebraska, the defending NIT champions, the same team that knocked Fresno State out of the NIT last year in the quarterfinals.
Pat Foster, would you know that man's team was ahead right now by 8 points?
And advertisers, we will be coming to you tomorrow if Nevada wins, asking for more to televise that game from Lincoln next week, I'm sure. I hope they step up.
Well, they certainly did this time, and that was wonderful to bring this ball game back. It's just like in '79 when the game was televised back to Reno and the Wolfpack beat Oregon State. Heron, but nobody rebounding for the Wolfpack in Fresno. Taking their time, taking the shots, and Richard Brown is fouled. Brown lifted his elbow, but I think that was more of a knee-jerk reaction than anything. As somebody comes out of the crowd, come on, control those guys.
Heron all over him. Richard Brown just sticking out the elbow. He didn't throw the elbow. Well, I guess he kind of did, didn't he?
Yeah, but I thought it was more of a reaction. And when he did it, he obviously retracted it right away.
No contact made. And Danny Tarkanian, Tark's son, coming out to talk to the refs right now.
There it is right now. They have not lost since March of '96, and guess what? That was to the eventual champion, Nebraska. Could anybody in Northern Nevada be thinking that a loss here means that Nevada's going to go on and duplicate what Nebraska did last year? Prior to tonight, Dana, Fresno State had an 8-0 mark in the NIT. They'd won their last 8 ball games. Brown in a mop-up roll at the free throw line. 22 points for Tutu. And Young with 10 seconds. Lets it go. And it is celebrating time in Northern Nevada for the Wolfpack as they just run out the clock. Barnett at the buzzer fire is no good. And the final score, the Wolfpack of Nevada 97, Fresno State 86. We will take a timeout here in the first round of the NIT Nevada wins.
My company had a problem. We needed more productive copiers from a dealer we could count on. Everyone recommended Sharp and Select Business Systems. Their sales rep was different. He listened, then customized a winning game plan, including award-winning Sharp copiers, guaranteed dealer service, and flexible acquisition options. With Sharp copiers from Select Business Systems, we're more productive, and we've lowered operating costs. Best decision we ever made. Select Business Systems and Sharp copiers.
Every year, 59 million gather to be anointed with Wiener Schnitzel chili, a recipe kept secret for generations. And now, get a Wiener Schnitzel chili dog for just 89 cents. Yes, 89 cents.
Kenny, now this whole base stealing thing, a couple of pointers. You want to take a lead, a nice lead, get balanced, get comfortable out there. Next thing, get the pitcher's attention. Rattle him a bit.
Pitcher. Ken, I can't hear you.
Then, take a shot at it.
Like that. But closer.
Just get in there.
You'd be surprised by everything we're doing to bring you your favorite sports. Continental Cablevision. We work, you watch.
Well, we're back in Fresno, California. Dan Gustin along with Dana Wagner, and you see the amazing total. Nevada with 97 points. The only game this year they had more points was early against Weber State, but they are now into the second round of the NIT, Dana, and we don't know where it'll be, whether it'll be in Reno or in Lincoln, Nebraska.
We are hearing from the NIT, folks, that it will not be at Lawler, that it will be in Lincoln because Lawler is booked, but we don't have that confirmed yet. Let's toss it over to Kate McEwen, who's talking to Richard Tutu Brown.
Thanks, guys. Richard, great game. Did you ever think that you were going to come out? It was close at halftime. You guys came out in the second half and just were relentless.
Oh, yeah. We know they was a great team. You know, it's going to be hard coming in and playing them at their home field. And we just got to go out and play our game. That's what we did tonight. And it feels wonderful to beat a good team like this. And the tradition they have with the coaches and everything, it's so proud. I'm so excited. We get to move on to the next round. And it's big for our seniors this year. And the support from our fans is wonderful.
Richard, you haven't been in a postseason since 1985. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's wonderful to school. You know, and we're making a name. We're putting our stuff out there now. You know, we've been down for a couple years. And this is the year we had to bring us back up, and this is the year.
Chris Herron's been shooting lights out, shooting very well, and you guys came in here and tried to shut him down, and that's exactly what you did.
Oh, yeah, we knew they had two great shooters outside, and they athletic. You know, we had to contain them. That's all we can do. You know, they don't get shots out, but we had to contain them. That's what we did tonight, and we came out victorious.
Good luck against Nebraska.
Thank you.
Dana and Dan, back to you.
Well, that's going to be it for Fresno. And, Dana, where will we be next Monday or Tuesday night?
Exactly. Well, if the game is, in fact, in Lincoln, Nebraska, advertisers, we will be coming to your doorstep again asking